Good morning, everybody. How are you doing on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday? Yes, I survived the storms. Good Lord Almighty. Thank you, though. Thank you for all your thoughts and concerns. I did receive a few private messages from people. They're just like, I heard there were some tornadoes in Georgia and Atlanta, and you all right? And I said, yes, I am. I am alive. About the worst that I had was a little Chweenie that was shaking his boots off, just shaking me up on the bed. He gets a little stressed out whenever we have storms, but he was good. He survived. Hello, JW. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Oh yeah, that right there, quail or partridge, neither. It would be a turkey. That would be a whole group of wild turkeys. Yep, Gutter's Pub got it. Gobble, gobble, gobble. That was up in the Blue Ridge Mountains. My wife and I took a small trip up there in the fall, last fall. A friend of hers has a cabin up there and offered it to us. So we took them up on it, and yes, those were some wild turkeys. They were, and if you, I'm not sure if that one has the one with the deer in the background. I did take a couple of videos, and yeah, they're little annoying little beasts, but I found that there's some laws on hunting those. You can't just go out there and shoot them. You have to go for, I believe it's the hens, and only a certain time of year, and you have to use turkey shot. If you use anything other than that, it's heavy fines that you can get in trouble with those. I think because they might be, although there's a lot of them around, they might be a little bit in danger because it's, yeah, they have laws against those. Smash that like. Thank you, Gutters Girl. Good to see you. Oh yeah, that was like, wow. She must have just finished her stream at that time. That's awesome. Yes, 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 yes. I can't believe I'm up this late. Well, you're not up late. You're just up early. Yep. See, she's got it. Headed to bed. Oh, what a lovely lady. And McKinley, Melanchon. I like that. I'm okay. Good to see you. And how are there 15 people waiting in here at 5:30 in the morning? Well, some people just like waking up. Good morning, like Ghost Fox. Just woke up, and I am trying to rush to get ready for work. Well, nice. Be safe. Be safe. Buenos morning. Will he be late and gay? No, I'm always here whenever I'm supposed to be here. No sooner, no later. Hey, Maja, good to see you. Oh my gosh. Good morning. Good morning. A tornado's safe. Yes. Deborah, good to see you this morning. I hope everyone is tornado safe and nobody had any bad stuff happening to them. Ah, yes, it is. That is correct. You are in the Australian the outback. Good morning, Iron Rabbit. Yes. Yes, Melanie, good to see you. Good morning. Good morning, King Paco. Good morning, sir. Have a wonderful morning. I shall. I shall. It'll be a wonderful day. Just joined and hope all is well. Yes, we are. You should watch last night's live. Oh, from whom? Would that be the expert in MG? I did watch a little bit of it. I couldn't join in just because with the storms, I had a little dog that was sitting on top of me wanting to get my attention, and so I had to put him away, like, you know, keep him all cuddled up. Remember to change from top chat to live chat. See all the spicy comments. Hit that like and subscribe. Ring the bell. Change to all notifications, and of course, share away. Good morning, Elk. Nice to see you. Or Elkie. Elka Louder. Oh man, I'm so bad with names. Good morning, a little sore from the laughter last night. Oh boy, this is going to be good. Oh, Iron Rabbit is rascally. Melanie, good morning. Good morning. How are you, Melly? It could be Milady. How you doing? Well, as I'm sure everybody knows, that there was well, that's not the one I wanted to show, but we'll show it anyway. I was going to say this is the one I wanted to show right here. Deadly severe weather. I would say just severe weather rose through the several states, spawning potential tornadoes. Yeah, so that was some ran through. Yeah.
Campers on their side.
Hope everybody's safe here.
Oh dear Lord. I thought we were gonna die.
They was in the office area. They heard crashing. They self, and they had two of their children here with them. Shoved them in the bathroom. Rode the storm out. It virtually picked the roof off our back bay and set it on one of our members' garage and house.
I could hear debris hitting the side of the building.
Oh my.
And I figured, oh, that must be bad out there. A few minutes later, employees run in and say, Ron, it's your car. I think they're playing a joke on me. And I come outside.
Oh.
That's what I see.
Well,
the backside of the house, we've got, obviously we've lost the garage. There's water coming down into our laundry room over there, and it's dripping down into our family room, which is directly across in the back of the house.
My neighbor's building got blew plumb up into the power lines and into the alley. So, and then my behind us,
so much devastation.
He had a wooden swing
Oklahoma.
set, one of those real heavy ones, and he's got a privacy fence, and it blew up over into the field next to him. So
the damage that we're seeing, particularly in the Prospect area of our city, is consistent with a tornado.
Wow. Man, oh man, Chaplin, Kentucky. Well, I hope that all people involved were safe. Yeah, last night sucked. Yes. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, that was a rough night, I think, for a lot of people. So I hope that everybody was completely safe. I mean, if Fall Storm is here, then he is safe. He's made it through. So that's good. That's good to see. Man, it's rough storms last night for everybody. So it says 1,000 homes business was without power Tuesday. Well, Tuesday was bad enough, but that would have been Tuesday night because I think that there was storms were rolling in the evening. And good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Barbara. Yes, we are all here. Scary stuff. Hope we're all are safe. Yeah. And good morning, Jamie. The best eyelashes in the Midwest. How are you doing, girl? Good to see you. She is something else. If you guys haven't checked out Baker and Jamie, they're just they're like the dynamic duo of entertainment. I love their conversations, and hanging out with those two is always a pleasure. So make sure you go check out the Broken Baker if you haven't. You know who I'm talking about. Storms in northeastern Oklahoma unleashed three tornadoes. Dumped heavy rain was blamed for the death of a 46-year-old homeless woman in Tulsa who was sheltering inside a drainage pipe. Well, that's not safe. The woman's boyfriend told authorities the two had gone to sleep at the entrance of the drainage pipe and were awakened by floodwaters. Andy Little said up to 1.5 inches of rain fell in Tulsa in about an hour. It wasn't a whole lot, but when it came down, it was pretty rapid. West Virginia, about 140,000 customers were without electricity Tuesday. About 14% of all customers tracked in the state by Power Outage USA. A storm blew off part of a vacant building's roof in Charleston, littering the street with bricks and closed the roadway to traffic. Trees were uprooted, lay in roads and lawns, in some cases on top of cars. Oof. Governor Jim Justice declared a state of emergency for several counties and urged people to use extreme caution. In Ohio, firefighters rescued 2 people who were trapped under a bridge Tuesday morning when the river began rising. They were sleeping when the Scioto River started to rise, preventing them from returning to shore. Fire department boat was sent to rescue them. No injuries. Mobile home on Tuesday morning as hail began to winds picked up at the RV park where she lives near Hanging Rock. Ooh. Moat and her fiance hunkered down as the mobile home quickly began rocking. She said her fiance used his body to shield her as the winds raged outside. Well, I mean, there's other things he could have been doing with his body, and she just might have thought he was being shielded, but he was just getting his groove on. Hey, good morning, Whiskey. Yes, I got up on time today. It's scary, isn't it? Had a tornado ground in central Georgia. Crash of thunder over your house sounded like a bomb went off. Yeah, I probably got the same one about the. I'm here in Atlanta. We got hit by some pretty rapid ones also. And I had dogs freaking out all night. And no, you're awesome. You're awesome, Jamie. We've got it was a rough day, last night. Well, a rough night last night with the pups because they tend to freak out. I would say, yeah, my wife woke up and was like, how the animals doing? And I said, well, they're all here, as you can tell by the trampling. But I think it blew past us by, I don't know, it was maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock. It was pretty well gone from us. And yeah, it is what it is. Storms, they come, they go. It doesn't seem like anything, was damaged. I would manage to get last night I smoked a London broil, which was really tasty. The wife, she said all of the flavors are really good, but they just didn't match up with the meat itself. It was, she was like, oh, it has a good amount of sweet, sour, but for whatever reason it doesn't work. So I have to find a new marinade for it. But yeah, it was really good. But took all of maybe 20, 30, 35, 40 minutes, something like that to get it to hit that nice, perfect medium rare. But it was good. It was good stuff. And yeah. Is that what these little kids call it these days? Yeah. I think she said she thought she might die. In a matter of seconds, winds died down. Opened her mobile home. She saw the RV park with litter and debris and overturned RVs. Luckily, Broughton said there was no one inside the overturned ones. The Interstate 75 was blocked Tuesday in Cincinnati when about a half a dozen power poles toppled in high winds. Wisconsin forecasters warned that more than I thought I said 40 foot, a foot of heavy snow would fall in eastern parts of. See, this is so strange to me. Like snow in the wintertime. That global warming sure is strange in different parts of the neighborhood. Oh, that's right. It's climate change now. That's right. Gotta stick with the quotes. It's climate change. Oh, I hope everybody's safe in Wisconsin. Man, Tuesday presidential primaries. Let's see. Megan Wolf urged residents planning to vote in Tuesday's primaries to consider voting earlier in the day to avoid travel woes. Well, vote whenever you can. Let's see. Oh, so good morning. Good morning, Risa. Good to see you. Good to see you. The National Weather Service said full snowfalls could range from 4 to 8 inches over central Wisconsin, 8 to 14 over eastern Wisconsin, while gusts of 30 to 50 mile an hour winds will create very limited visibility, make travel difficult. Jeez. Just 3 weeks ago, we were in the 70s, so that kind of got people thinking spring is right around the corner, and here we are in April and getting a major snowstorm. As people say, it's springtime in Wisconsin. Wow. More than 70,000 homes, businesses lost power Tuesday night. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear declared a state of emergency after severe storms swept through his state Tuesday. We have reports of substantial damage to a number of structures. Another round of storms Tuesday afternoon led to multiple tornado warnings in Kentucky, Tennessee, and Ohio. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Yes. Good morning, the Ugly Truckling. Good to see you. Yeah, Mother Nature certainly don't mess around. Yeah, that was a what was it? George Carlin had a little skit on that where everybody's talking about saving the planet and all the wonderful things that the climate change activists. And this was way back where global warming and global cooling and all this stuff coming out. And then he said, we have limited time here, and Mother Nature will just planet Earth can shake us off like a bag of fleas in a heartbeat. And the amount of damage that people think that they're doing, they must not understand the scope of the planet that they're on. Maybe because they're in this little bubble or something that they don't know. Who knows? Yeah, the morning always gets me. Wow, 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 wow. One person was hurt and taken to a hospital after a tree came down on her house in Lexington. Houses were damaged and a tree crushed a University of Kentucky student's car. Looked out my blinds to see the wind just start roaring. I could see one big tree just fell on top of my car. No trees fell on our house, so you got pretty lucky. Louisville on Tuesday night, Mayor Greg Greenberg reported serious storm damage at a nearby city of Prospect and throughout the county, but said no injuries had been reported. National Weather Service confirmed a tornado in northeastern Kentucky on Tuesday. A funeral home and a house were damaged in the town of Sunbright, a town of about 500 people. Trees were down, some roads were closed. Utility company in Memphis reported that about 40,000 homes and businesses lost power temporarily on Tuesday morning. Well, that was Tuesday morning. They swept through southwestern Indiana on Tuesday, toppling trees. Wow, it just goes on. And it's supposed to be moving up to New England on Wednesday night into Thursday with forecasts of 12 to 18 inches of snow in parts of New Hampshire and Maine, lesser amounts in other areas. The National Weather Service said, wow, wind gusts could reach 50 miles an hour in some places, bringing the possibility of power outages. And look at all these press writers. You got Ken Miller, Oklahoma City, and Indianapolis, Charleston, West Virginia. Wow, Cross Lanes, West Virginia, Memphis, Tennessee. They're just everywhere. All these contributed to this report. Wow, that had to be some pretty rough storms. Yeah. You'll be listening. Oh, you had a bad case of. It's like a bad case of fleas. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. My son and daughter that's the George Carlin thing. Son and daughter-in-law are safe in Tennessee. That's good. That's good. That's what we hope for, is everybody to be safe. And thoughts and prayers to all those that are involved in this horrible weather. It happens. And of course, then we move on to things that are really, really important, like recriminalizing drug possession in Oregon. I wonder why. That's Tina Kotek, I guess. Maybe Kotek, I don't know. Listens during a walking tour in Vancouver, Washington. Why is she in Vancouver, Washington? And isn't she from Oregon? Okay. Signed into a law that recriminalizes the possession of small amounts of drugs. I guess they ran out of free labor or something like that. I don't know. So Oregon's Democrat governor, Tina Kotek, I'm just assuming that's what it is, on Monday signed into law and a bill that recriminalized the possession of small amounts of drugs, and in a first in the nation experiment with decriminalization, it was hobbled by implementation issues. The new law rolls back a 2020 voter-approved measure by making so-called personal use possession a misdemeanor punishable by up to 6 months in jail. It also establishes ways for treatment to be offered as an alternative to criminal penalties by encouraging law enforcement agencies to create deflection programs that would divert people to addiction and mental health services instead of the criminal justice system. Yet these are the same people that want, their children to remove parts of their body. Wow. In signing the letter, Kotek said the law's success will depend on deep coordination between courts, police, prosecutors, defense attorneys, and local mental health. I thought that said meth labs. And local mental health providers, describing them as necessary partners to achieve the vision for this legislation. Measure 110, approved by voters, 58% support in 2020, made the personal use or possession of illicit drugs such as heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamines only punishable by a ticket and a maximum fine of $100. Supporters said treatment is more effective than jail in helping people overcome addiction, that the decades-long approach of arresting people for possession and using drugs hasn't worked. Oh, okay, so the law directed hundreds of $1 million to states' cannabis state tax revenue towards addiction services, but the money was slow to get out the door, and health authorities already grappling with all the coof struggled to stand up the new treatment system. At the same time, the fentanyl crisis began to spark an increase in deadly overdoses. Those pressures prompted Oregon Democrats to shift their stance on decriminalization policy. Yeah, see how fast that really changes. Oh, the drugs are fine. We're going to have fun until people start dropping on the floor. Then when the bodies hit the floor, things change. Love each other while you can. Tomorrow is never promised. That's right. That is so right, Melanie. You gotta share the love. Share the love. Just don't be like Elon and share it all over everybody. That man has a lot of kids. He's been spreading his seed like far and wide. Woo! Some who historically support the measure voted for the new law during this year's short legislative session, while other Democrat lawmakers opposed the measure, concerned it would result in more arrests and exasperate. Why? Yeah, it sounds like they want to just masturbate on those social inequities. It ultimately passed the Democrat-controlled legislation last month. Yeah, that's urging of the people that you represent. Whenever you start losing your voters, well, you got to figure out something. It ultimately passed that legislation last month. So of course, the Republican leaders had long sought to overhaul the Measure 110 after her signing it. The House Minority Leader Jeff Helfrich said the law illustrated how Republicans stood united and forced the Democrats to restore criminal penalties. And of course, it doesn't change until after September 1st. Well, September 1st is whenever the changes happen. But hey, to each their own. It's just like, oh, we got to win. Hooray. We're so special. This one made me laugh. I think this is hilarious. Okay. So Biden and I think it's Z. I don't know. China, whatever. They discussed Taiwan. Okay. AI and fentanyl in a push to return to vulgar leader talks. Oh, it's regular leader talks. Sorry. Yeah. To me, they seem really vulgar. Why would they be discussing regular leader talk? What is this regular? These two are not regular leaders unless you like complete silliness. Oh, great. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to do it. So Joe Biden and President Jinping discussed Taiwan AI security issues Tuesday in a call meant to demonstrate a return to regular leader-to-leader dialogue between the two powers. The call, described by the White House as candid and constructive, was the leaders' first conversation since their November summit in California, produced renewed ties between the two nations' militaries, and a promise of enhanced cooperation on stemming the flow of fentanyl and its precursor. Well, because he's trying to protect his son, Hunter, because, he doesn't know the difference between, mozzarella cheese or Parmesan cheese or crack. Just, son, I got to tell you, stay away from the crack pipe. What do I have to do? Do I have to talk to China to keep you away from the crack pipe? So Jinping told Biden that the two countries should adhere to the bottom line of no clash, no confrontation. You should prioritize stable, not provoke troubles. Oh, okay. not cross lines, but maintain the overall stability of China and U.S. relations. Except here's what are we doing? Are we trying to reroute around because you know that China and Russia are in close talks. You know, there's that whole BRICS group. You remember that? It's what Brazil, India, China, Korea, or not the South Korea, but you know the North Korea and Russia. You know, they're all involved in that. You know, it's Brazil, Russia, and India, China, Korea. They're working around your back. Jeez, man. Oh, we have to have nice talks. No, nice. Here's nice talks. Don't go messing with Taiwan, or else you're going to be starting some heavy problems, and get you notice how there's certain things that they don't talk about right now, and you can tell you can tell that there's certain things they're not talking about currently, and all you have to do is just look up here. Look up here. What do you see? See severe weather. You see an earthquake. You see this right here, which you can't really talk about, and then this right here. Where up here do you see this little thing that says I forget how it's spelled. That right there, Ukraine. Yeah, that one. You know, the Ukraine thing. Yeah, it's not up there. You know why it's not up there? Yeah, they don't want you talking about that. They don't want you discussing what's going on between those that little country, those little countries. Yeah, it becomes part of their solid talk. Hey, JD fan, good to see you. Good morning. Hello, Tom Bugard. Good to see you. Hey, Sharon Sipe. I like that name. That's really nice. Aussie Jen Puddleton. Yeah. China is asshole. Yes. Sharon. So Xi told Biden that the two countries should adhere to the bottom line of no clash. We should prioritize state stability, not provoke trouble. So yeah, maintain the overall, and that's what they're talking about on the state broadcaster, China Central Television. The roughly 105-minute call kicks off several weeks of high-level engagements between the two countries. Janet Yellen is set to travel to China. Why would she be going to China? What does the Fed have to do going to the China? Why? Why would the Fed be going to China? This makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. No logical sense. Hey, Puddleton, good to see you. Good to see you. Biden pressed for sustained interactions on all levels of government, believing it is key to keeping competition between the two massive economies and nuclear armed powers from escalating to direct conflict. But you're... Damn it. Just about got me to say it again. While in person, two summits take place perhaps once a year, officials said both Washington and Beijing recognize the value of more frequent engagements between the leaders. The two leaders discussed Taiwan. Why? Why would they be discussing Taiwan? Taiwan is its own country. Of course, this right here, it was vowed to safeguard the island's president-elect who vowed to safeguard its de facto independence from China and further align it with other democracies. Biden reaffirmed the United States' longstanding one China policy. No. Reiterated that the U.S. opposes any coercive means to bring Taiwan under Beijing's control. Okay. Yeah. So this right there is what can cause a hell of a lot of problems. Yeah. Them considering Taiwan to be a domestic matter, that's just sort of like us considering, Venezuela a domestic matter. No. Taiwan remains the first red line not to be crossed. Okay. Emphasize that Beijing will not tolerate separatist activities by Taiwan's independent forces, as well as exterior indulgence and support. I believe we have a treaty with Taiwan, so you don't have any say-so in that. Biden also raised concern about their operations in the South Sea, including last month's to impede the Philippines. Yeah, that right there, which the U.S. is treaty obligated to defend, as we are with Taiwan. I'm pretty positive that I'm pretty straight up on that. Yes, there was an earthquake in Taiwan, or it was the Chinese machine getting ready to roll in there, one of the two. Next week, Biden will host Philippines presidential Fernando Marcos Jr. and Japanese Prime Minister, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the Fumio Kishida, maybe, the White House for a joint summit where China influence in region was set to be top of agenda. Biden in the call with Xi pressed China to do more and meet its commitments to halt the flow of illegal narcotics. No, we keep sending illegal targets, drugs to you. But it's not illegal in some countries, I guess. I mean, at the November summit, Biden and Xi also agreed that their governments would hold formal talks on promises and risks of advanced artificial intelligence. Okay. Oh, geez. So basically, they're gonna stifle innovation, because that's what China likes to do, is stifle innovation. Because we're losing. God. Whenever I saw this just now, all I saw was the pair touched. I wonder how they were touching. Ooh, okay. So just 2 weeks after China and the U.S. joined more than 120 other nations in backing a resolution at the UN calling for global safeguards around the emerging technology. No, you guys can F off. The cat's out of the bag. It's already too late for you to do anything. Anything that you do at this point is just going to stifle innovation. Just let AI take over. Just let it go. Just let it go. It might do a better job than a bunch of you damn morons that think you know something. Jeez. Big lies. Big rubble in Little China. Biden in the call reinforcing warnings to interfering in the elections of the United States, as well against malicious cyber attacks against critical American infrastructure. China. He also raised concerns about human rights in China. Really? Including Hong Kong's new restrictive national security law and its treatment of minority groups. Well, in case you don't know, people, China racist. They don't like anybody but China. Just no whiteys, no darkies, no yellow, no green, no blue. You not China, you no good. They don't like China. They don't like anybody but China. They are one of the most racist societies that you'll run into. They do not like you. Just know that. China as a whole, it's just the people, they're very racist. God. Oh. Well, you got to protect our minority groups. They don't care to everybody. To China, everybody else is a minority group. Just, oh, geez, man. You raise the plight of Americans detained in or barred from leaving China. Well, until you've lived there, no thank you. Democratic president also pressed China over its defensive relationship with Russia. Well, how about the rest of them? How about all of those groups that are getting together? They're just saying, you know what, U.S., you don't control us anymore. You got your hands in too many pockets. As we downgrade our military, go figure. We downgrade our military by let's see, let's add people that believe parts of their body should be chopped off because they don't belong there. Yeah, mental stability is something that the military has always needed. Somewhat mental stability, I don't know, I guess. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said and reasserted that the U.S. would take steps to preserve its security and economic interests, including by continuing to limit the transfers of advanced technology to China. Why would we give any technology to China? Any at all? Xi complained that U.S. has taken more measures to suppress China's economy, trade, and technology in the past several months, and that the list of sanctioned Chinese companies has become ever longer, which is not de-risking but creating risks. Bullshit. Bullshit. People watch out for these Chinese companies. They are controlled by the CCP. That it's okay. There are companies out there that are so in bed with the CCP. They do the CCP's bidding. Okay, so you'll see these companies come popping up, and it'll be it's completely random. It could be anything from healthcare to AI to some new technology, and they're like just imagine a penny stock. You ever heard of Wolf of Wall Street? I'm sure that some of you saw it, where they started out by selling penny stocks to people. And the way they would do it is they would call them up, they would promote this is going to be the next greatest best thing, and then the company would tank. And they would get their money off the profits of that sale because they get a percentage of it. And then they would get a percentage of it whenever they would sell. I mean, they were making hand over fist kinds of money. They were doing some really shady stuff. That is nothing compared to what China's doing on a massive scale. They will boost up a company, make it look all good on paper. It's sort of like these buildings that they build. They don't talk about that. These buildings that they have entire cities that are built. The concrete isn't even stable. And all of these cities that they're building, nobody moves to them. Nobody lives in them. They're unsustainable. I mean, it is amazing that people. I don't know. It is so. I mean, they're deserted. They're completely deserted buildings. Entire cities that are completely deserted. They exist only on paper. Their housing crisis is just through the roof. I mean, there's a company, I'm trying to think what the name of it was off the top of my head, that completely just belly. I mean, they're just taking money from the government. It's completely run by the government. They tank it, they raise money and they tank it, and it's just bad. Oh my God. It's just ugh. My own government, FBI, CIA, Justice Department, other media are against me. I can't get worked up about what the regime tells me about China or Russia, for that matter. Exactly. Where I live, China-based companies trying to put a battery plant. We are trying to fight it. Good luck. It's amazing how much ag land they own in the U.S. Yeah. China. Yes. GM Peoples of the Nut House. Good morning, Peoples of the Nut House. Yes. Okay, well, calm down. Young Sung, director of the Chinese program at Stimson Center, calls the effect does not reflect mutual desire to keep relationships stable, while the men reiterate their longstanding positions of issues of concern. The call came ahead of Yellen's visit to, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but if you look at these two places right here, you're going to see, like, look at any Chinese company, and this is where they're coming out of. For a week of bilateral meetings on the subject with finance leaders about the world's second largest economy. Why that what does the Fed have to do with it? Keep your damn shit out of China. Stay away from China. Leave that alone. These are the same people that want to raise rates on you. They're the same people that caused the housing market crash in 2007, 2008. These are the same people that cause all the shit to go downhill at a much rapid rate. So whenever you've got these people talking, be wary with your pocketbook, because it means that your almighty dollar is about to decrease in value again. Yes. That's one way of controlling people, is take away their buying power. Oh. Advisory for the upcoming trip states that Yellen will advocate for American workers and businesses to ensure they're fairly treated, including by pressing Chinese counterparts on unfair trade practices. Yeah. It follows Xi's meeting in Beijing with U.S. business leaders last week, when he euthanized the mutual beneficial economy ties between the two countries and urged people to exchange to maintain the relationship. Yeah, basically, we take your copyright, you give. That's what they want. Xi told Americans that two countries have stayed communicative and have made progress on issues such as trade, anti-narcotics, and climate change. You are being told, you're talking about a country that dumps more garbage into the planet than we've got China that dumps more poison into the atmosphere than many countries combined, and they're making great strides towards climate change. Ahead of the trip to China, Yellen last week said that Beijing is flooding the market with green energy that distorts global prices. She intends to share her beliefs with her counterparts that Beijing's increased production of solar energy, electric vehicles, and lithium-ion batteries poses risks to productivity and growth to the global economy. U.S. lawmakers' renewed angst over Chinese ownership of the popular social media app TikTok has generated new legislation would ban TikTok if its China-based owner, ByteDance, doesn't sell its stakes in the platform within 6 months of the bill's enactment. Kirby said Biden reiterated our concern. They are worried about TikTok. Really. Their concern is about TikTok. Why? Why would they be worried about TikTok? I mean, let's work through this here a little bit. Why would they be worried about TikTok? What do we have coming up in November? What is going to be happening in November that becomes very important to stop the spread of information? What do you think is going to happen with this platform, or the next platform, or the next platform? What kind of information do you think they want to make sure doesn't come out, doesn't get talked about? Might be something's happening in November. I don't know. Could be that they don't want people to know what exactly is going on. And places like TikTok might have a little bit of control about that. Little places like YouTube might have a little bit of something to say about that. Morning, y'all. Weak leadership here equals emboldened China. Yes. Because we don't control it. That's part of it. And if you control the media, you control a lot. We need law blocking all foreign countries, including China, from owning no more than 20% of any company should be allowed from owning land. We should have a lot more better safeguards than even 20%. Like zero. Like no country should have any interest in our country at all. Zero. Not even 20%. Not even 20%. Not even 0.1% should China be involved in what's owned here in the United States. Same way with the United States should have no stake in what is owned in any other country. None. Zero. Because, you run out of 20% whenever you start running across all the countries. Just saying. Meanwhile, China leaders have set a global goal of 5% economic growth this year, despite a slowdown exacerbated by troubles in the property sector. Yeah, because they own a bunch of land, they build buildings that don't do anything. And the lingering effects of strict antivirus measures. What? They caused the shit. It came out of their damn country. They locked people, they welded people in their damn houses. China is dormant player in batteries for electric vehicles and has rapidly expanded its auto industry that could challenge the world's established car makers as it goes global. Last year, it outlined plans to limit EV buyers from claiming tax credits if they purchase cars containing battery materials from China and other countries that are considered hostile to the U.S. Separately, the Department of Commerce has launched an investigation into the potential national security risk posed by Chinese car exports to the U.S. Jeez. Well, you don't have to go and create one of these. You don't have to launch an investigation. You were warned about this shit 20 years ago. Oh, geez. The stupidity of these people. The CCP owns Smithfield Foods, largest pork processor in the U.S. I think that's been debunked, but that you could be right. Could be right. I don't know. Wisconsin governor vetoes. Oh, why did I have to go to this one? Tony Evers vetoed a bill Tuesday that was passed by the Republican-controlled legislature to ban high school Trans Am athletes from competing on teams that align with whatever they want to do. So basically, he said, "No, you boys go play girl sports. It's fine. You girls go play boy sports." Evers promised to veto the bill ever since it was introduced. Democrats did not have the votes to stop its passage in the legislature. He vetoed it in the Capitol, surrounded by Democrat lawmakers, Trans Am advocates, and the mayor of Madison and others. Republicans don't have the votes needed to override the veto. Evers said this in his message, that this type of legislation harms the old. Okay, brother. All that there's only one legislation that this harms, and this is one of them that you don't have in your lettering. Okay, you here I'll correct this for you so you understand. It's not that it harms these people right here. Do you know what it happened? It harms. Here, I'll fix it for you. There we go. There it is. That right there. That's what it harms. This is who's being harmed by all of your messaging. Just take out the words and change it. That this type of legislation harms females, Wisconsinites, and kids' mental health, emboldens the anti-female harassment, bullying, and violence, and threatens the safety and dignity of females, especially our female kids. So he basically sent a message to all you ladies out there. You know what he said to you? Do you know what he said to you? He said, yes, females, you can just go pound dirt. That's what he said. He told all the women in what state is this? Oh, Wisconsin. He told all the women in Wisconsin, go pound dirt. That's what he told you. Remember that next time that you vote for one of these people. Just keep that into consideration. Whenever you vote for this person right here, that this is what they believe. They believe that women don't deserve to be, protected. He doesn't feel that there should be any safeguards to protect you from men. Just keep that in mind next time you're going into a shower in a locker room. Just keep that in mind when next time that your little girls, happen to be going into the restroom by themselves. Just keep that in mind, that who it actually hurts, who it really is harming. Just keep that in mind whenever you're voting for these people. That they care more about somebody that can't decide what body part they want to chop off today. That their beliefs in their psychotic behavior is more important than that of your young child. Yeah. Sorry. That's just not according to this guy. Not according to this guy. He believes that well, can females pound dirt? I may have learned biology wrong. Yes, females. Harms female athletes. Evers vowed as long as he is governor, he will not allow for radical policies, and he plans on targeting females, families, and threatening females folk every day and their ability to be safe, valued, supported, and welcome to being females. He's vowed it. Just know that this is what these folks want for you. And of course, Republican Representative Barbara Teachers, who sponsored the bill, called Evers' veto disgusting and accused him of misogynistic and hateful position towards actual females. Wow, I didn't even have to read that before I could tell you exactly what was going on. Jeez Louise. Yeah, what a nice guy. Oof, man. No, he's been voted for it. His veto today clearly demonstrates his disrespect for women and girls, as well as for protecting them. Bill proposed to limit high school athletes to playing on teams that match male or female. Male plays with male, female plays with female. The bill proposed to limit high school athletes playing on teams. Well, and here if you want to really go hard at it, how about this? For those that want to be Trans Ams, have your own damn team. There you go. You can have a bunch of Trans Ams just racing around the track. Republicans who backed the bill urged that it was a matter of fairness. Idiots. But the bill produced. Opponents argued there was no real issue with Trans Am high school athletes in Wisconsin, that the proposed ban was a form of discrimination to harm. How about this? Seek some fucking help. Pardon my language. Please go seek some help. The Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association requires Trans Ams to undergo therapy before they can play on teams of their choice. And why is it always that instead of women, becoming dudes playing on dudes' teams, why don't you see more of that? Why I'm really confused why we don't see more women becoming men. We've sissified our men to a point that is disheartening. The outcome of this is not going to be good. Just saying. At least 20 states have approved a version of a blanket ban on Trans Ams playing on K through 12 and collegiate sports statewide. But of course, Biden's proposal to forbid such bans is set to be finalized this year after multiple delays and much pushback. As proposed, the rule would establish that blanket bans would violate there's only two. Just remember that. There's only two. Unless you want to go down the 7 rings of hell. because a man has been degraded in society. Yeah. No, it's not being a man has been degraded. It's been downgraded. Being a man has been downgraded. I don't no they no they've got mental health issues. They don't play for any team. There's not playing for another team. They don't play for any team. It's selfish, and they have no concern about other people. They could give two shits about them. They have mental health issues. Whenever we start addressing it as a mental health issue, then we can like have a solid conversation about this. But no. Maybe they should just become cicadas. There you go. There, this is probably more entertaining. Banning blankets. Well, yeah. No, there's a better way. You wrap those blankets in salt. Not salt, but soap. Just big bars of soap. That's what you need. Just drop it in your socks. Now you can just by yourself. Piss. Time to take back the culture. No. Protect it. Don't take it back. Just protect what you have. And let these people destroy themselves, because all that happens if and I mean this is my own personal thing here. It's a power kick for these men. They love beating women. Well, who doesn't love beating women, especially with whips and chains, bicycles? I'm kidding. Yeah. So whenever I see this, take time to take back our culture. There's a lot of people that want, and this becomes just a battle. It is best to preserve what you can, because they will destroy it as much as they possibly can. You put the line down and you don't let them cross that line. Once you create guidelines that you're not going to pass this, they tend to back off really quick. They'll come at you, but if you set the line that you're not going to cross this line, and anything that tries to cross this line will be completely destroyed, it means that you've set your boundary and you're not the aggressor. You've become defensive of everything that you stand for. Don't let them cross that line. Don't let people cross the line. You set your own boundaries and don't let anybody cross it. Once they cross it, then unleash hellfire upon them. But know what your boundary is. And taking back just means that you become the aggressor. And it's never a good thing. Then your pendulum is swinging the other way really hard. Set your sights on where you want to be. You and Mo were hilarious last night. Just talking about them. Yeah, we had a good time last night. No, it's not. It's not unisex. It's called a hermaphrodite, and it's very rare. It's very rare. Okay. Cicadas are nature's weirdos. They pee stronger than us, and an STD can turn them into zombies. Wow. Hungry little booger. So this is in Macon, Georgia. Look at this.
That's what we kind of associate cicadas. They creepy. Come out and they do the two.
Wait a second. That didn't sound like someone from Georgia. That is not a Southern accent. Can you guys hear that? Could you hear that voice? That is not a Southern accent. I swear to God, he was calling me from Microsoft support last night. Your pendulum is swinging. Wait, zombies are coming, bro. Going to go get the gun safe. Who's the first against the wall when all the woke issues they vote for perish with them? And see, here's the thing. I got no problem with people being you. You do your thing, but don't expect me to abide by your thing, whatever it is, whatever creepy thing. You went to school with a hermaphrodite. Now they're referred to as unisex. No, you can't be. Uni would mean one. They can refer to them whatever they want to, but it would be omni. It'd be more than one, or a dual. Dual. Omni would be more than. It'll be a lot. So maybe they can just go. They can just go f themselves. How's that? Sorry. It was even more funny being highly medicated. Sorry. Nobody lives here in Australia. They just look. They just look like our cicadas. Oh God.
That's what we kind of associate cicadas. They come out and they do the two best things they're known to. They'll sing at the top of their voices and they pee in the wind. And as you're walking, you'll feel this mist because there'll be hundreds of cicadas. And
there'll be hundreds of cicadas peeing on you. You're gonna be walking through cicada pee. We call it the yellow mist. Beware, the yellow mist. It's coming for you.
And that's when you look up, and if you get close enough, there.
You just don't let it get in your eyes. just peeing into the wind. R. Kelly is happy. America has been very, very good to me. Yellow ray, yellow ray. No, he's from Georgia, man. He's a professor at Georgia Tech, College of Engineering. There's a joke that goes around Georgia, and I think it's partially true. What they had a bunch of Georgia Tech students design the road systems for Atlanta. Like each student their goal was to work on one different exit. That's why they're all screwed up. Like no exit is the same in Georgia. Like you exit and it might exit and do a loop to loop. You never know, or it exits past the exit and circles back around. I mean, Georgia's interstate system is so screwed up. They designed it to look like a big mess. It's too funny. I'm sorry. This guy's killing me. I gotta hear this whole thing again. It's like, I'm customer support. I'm very, very happy to see you. Our cicadas, they like to make a lot of noise and piss into the wind. Do not worry about the yellow thing in your eyes. It's okay. By the way, I will help you with your computer. Just send me $9.99 in gift certificate.
That's what we kind of associate cicadas. They come out and they do the two best things they're known to. Yes, they'll sing at the top of their voices and they pee in the wind. And as you're walking, you'll feel this mist because there'll be hundreds of cicadas. And that's when you look up, and if you get close enough, they're actually very good camouflage artists. They're very hard to find because they're brown. They camouflage with.
They just follow the yellow brick road. Just follow the yellow brick road. Oh, Spaghetti Junction ain't no joke. Oh God. Oh. Well, lucky for me, I know my way around Atlanta, but I feel for anybody that has to come through Atlanta. I mean, it's a complete mess. Here's my advice if you're coming through Atlanta. Stop before you get to Atlanta. Stop somewhere, like if you're coming from one direction, stop somewhere in Marietta and fuel up, or Canton, somewhere around. Just fuel up so you can make it through Atlanta, and not, if you get lost, you won't run out of gas and end up in a bad part of the neighborhood. If you're coming from if you're coming down 75, yeah. Or if you're coming down 85, stop before you get to Atlanta. Like, somewhere like in Gainesville or something like that, and just turn around and go back because it's not worth it. Sorry. Oh my God. Follow the yellow brick road.
With the bark, this year we're going to get 2 broods that are going to emerge at the same time. And it's, if you're fascinated by a solar eclipse that's going to happen, this is just like that, but multiply by 100, 1,000. We're going to get trillions of these amazing living organisms come up.
He's got a little bit of it's really weird because I thought he was Indian, then he started sounding like he was more Russian. I think he's putting on his accent.
Out of the earth, it's like an entire alien species living underneath our feet, and then some prime number years they come out to say hello, and all they do is just climb up on trees and pee. That's as much.
I mean, come on, Volstorm does that too. Climbs trees and pees. His Volstorm a cicada. Damn it. I knew something was wrong with that guy. I'm just picturing. No, I don't want to picture that. Never mind. I am a cicada. I am a cicada. Let me crawl up your tree. I shall pee upon this tree. I will pee into the wind. Oh, shit. Damn it. But you only do that on days that end in Y. So Diva's always that's why Diva's so confused. It's like
damage as they do. But yeah, if you don't disturb them and scare them and get your iPhone out, you can actually catch these jets that they squirt once every few seconds.
He looks like he's got too many jet streams himself. If you don't get your phone out, you will never get jetted in the face by a cicada. It is the world's finest eye drops that you can possibly get. Oh, I will listen to this again because it's just I'm laughing too hard and I'm missing the story. Damn it!
One thing I should clarify that unlike mammalian human pee, cicadas are feeding on xylem, which is again 95% water. It's very
it's 90% water. No, you don't have to pay to be peed on. I mean, golden showers is a kick, but filming a bug doing it, that's freaking weird. He liked when they pee on his face. Freak. Can I send the snow too? Just don't eat the yellow snow. Cicadas were here. Oh, God. Oh, this hurts so much. You guys are so bad. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, I'm doing this for you guys. Doggone it. You guys are so awesome. Oh, let's do this. We're gonna let's see if we've got one here. Nope, it isn't gonna work there. But I do have this one here. So those of you that are members, you got this one. If you don't know what that is, that's Calvin doing his best impersonation of a cicada. Oh, God, yes. That's Calvin doing his best impersonation. Oh God. Oh, this is so bad. I'm in tears right now. There, and I'm gonna I'm gonna do this one for you. Give me just a second. Oh man. Oh, this just kills me. This just kills me. This is gonna be for all of you guys out there. Uh, oh my gosh. Membership gifting. Here, this is for 5 of you people for being here this morning. Ballstorm was gifted a membership. Deborah Mellinger, Puddletown. Hey Joe, Patriots for Life, Meemaw. You guys just got gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh, that just made my day. Cicada Bean. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay. Let's see if we can get through this guy and his cicada bean.
Very low nutrient, and once it's processed by the cicada, they've taken much more of that 5%. So what's coming out is just water. So you don't have to worry.
Again.
It isn't like our.
I'm playing it again. This is too damn funny.
That's what we kind of associate cicadas. They come out and they do the two best things they're known to. They'll sing at the top of their voices and they pee in the wind. And as you're walking, you'll feel this mist because there'll be hundreds of cicadas. And that's when you look up, and if you get close enough, they're actually very good camouflage artists. They're very hard to find because they're brown. They camouflage with the bark. This year, we're going to get 2 broods that are going to emerge at the same time. And it's, if you're fascinated by a solar eclipse that's going to happen, this is just like that. But
see, he sounds like he's damn Russian trying to impersonate an Indian. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like me trying to do it. Ah, damn it. He's throwing me off.
Multiply by 100, 1,000. We're going to get trillions of these amazing living organisms come out of the earth. It's like an entire alien species living underneath our feet. And then some prime number years, they come out to say hello, and all they do is just climb up on trees and pee. That's as much damage as they do. But yeah, if you don't disturb them and scare them and get your iPhone out, you can actually catch these jets that they squirt once every few seconds. One thing I should clarify, that unlike mammalian human pee, cicadas are feeding on xylem, which is again 95% water. It's very low nutrient, and once it's processed by the cicada, they've taken much more of that 5%. So what's coming out is just water. So you don't have to worry. It isn't like our human pee. It's not disgusting. It's just water. So I think we get to appreciate, this fragile planet habitat with so many beautiful systems, small but lot in number, and so much we don't know yet. It's 2024. We may have ChatGPT, but we still have many questions we don't have answers for.
Oh God, we have ChatGPT, but we don't understand how a cicada pees. Oh, the periodical cicadas that are about to infest 2 parts of the United States aren't just plentiful, they're downright weird. These insects are the strongest urinators in the animal kingdom, with flows that put humans and elephants to shame. They have pumps in their heads. It's like penis heads. That pull moisture from roots of trees, allowing them to feed for more than a decade underground. They are rescuers of caterpillars. They are being ravaged by sexually transmitted diseases. It might be all the peeing that they're doing. Pumps in the head. Inside trees are sugary, nutrient saps that flow through tissue called phlegm. Most insects love this fat, but not cicadas. They go for tissues called xylem, which carries mostly water and bits of nutrients. It's not easy to get to the xylem, which doesn't flow out when a bug taps into it because it's under negative pressure. The cicada can get the fluid because its outside head has a pump. It looks like a baby arm holding an apple. Golden showers in your eyes, smiling cicada awaits you when you rise. Pure mountain cicada water. Pure mountain cicada water. Get it while you can. Where can you get it? Just open your mouth as you go outside and let the cicadas run free on your face. Oh. They use their proboscis like a tiny straw about the width of a hair, with the pump sucking out the liquid. It's sort of like a penis pump. Oh, sad Balama. Sad Balama. It's like sad Alabama or something. They spend nearly their entire lives drinking year after year. It's a hard way to make a living. Getting peed on by cicadas makes my day. Going with the flow. All the watery fluid that comes out the other end, and boy, does it with that much pump behind it. You get some pressure. Mamalama in March published a study of the urination flow rates of animals across the world. This dude is going around and getting animals to pee on him. That elephant, it's nothing compared to the cicada. Damn it, that donkey did it again. Why is this guy? This guy has a pee fascination. Bamalama, dude, you need some help. Oh God, I knew there was something off about this guy. He goes around testing how hard someone pees. God, no. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. We'll get there. I hope. Oh, my God. There's something wrong with this guy. Let me see. Is it a pee? A cow pee? Yep, the cicada pee has definitely got more power. He's measuring it. Oh, God. Oh, he's a urinologist. Oh, no. The pressure. The pressure. Why is he checking flow rates of animals across the world? I mean, cicadas were clearly peeing 2 or 3 times stronger and faster than elephants and humans. So what humans has he been testing? Because I've got a pretty good flow. Oh God. He wants that stream crossed. Oh, reading about bug peeing and the study of how hard and fast things pee. Oh my God. Oh, for cicada for 500, Alex. This week has really been educational. This mom must be proud. I can hear her brag to her friends now. Hey, Bam Lama. You check my pee float. That's what he tells all the girls. I need to check your pee flow. Would you allow me to check your pee flow? Oh, the JJ birds. I need to pee like a racehorse. Well, pee like a cicada. Bamala will be at your door knocking. Hello, can I get some pee from you? Oh, God. Just imagine this guy. You're out there, you're on Valhalla's ranch, and you're herding your goats. You see some dude come running up. Hello, can I check your goats? I need to see how fast they pee. Valhalla would punch him in the head so fast. Oh, God, my stomach hurts so much. Golden showers has a whole new definition now. Well, wait till we get to the weeping tree. Oh, he couldn't look at the periodical cicadas that mostly feed and pee underground, but he used video to record and measure their flow rate of their Amazon cousins, which topped out at about 10 feet per second. They have a muscle that pushes the waste through a tiny hole like a jet. It's called a pee hole. He said he learned this when in Amazon. He happened on a tree the locals called a weeping tree because liquid was flowing down and he was bathing it. Just pee. I did not realize I had a pee fetish, but now I do. Like the plant was crying. No, like I'm crying right now. It was cicada pee. You walk around in a forest where they actively chorusing on a hot sunny day. It feels like it's raining. I walk around on hot sunny days and I feel the mist in the air. Oh, University of Connecticut entomologist John Cooley. That's their honeydew or a waste by we call it honeydew. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Honeydew. Like cicada rain. Oh, God. And here's in areas where cicadas come out. Caterpillars enjoy a cicada reprieve. Yeah, they get peed on. Dad, stop the car. I have to pee. Exactly. I gotta wish that emoji would show. Oh, there is a Whiz and Coffee up there. Oh. Hold on just a second. University of Maryland entomologist Dan Gruner studied caterpillars after the 2021 cicada emergence in the mid-Atlantic. He found that bugs that turn into moths survive the spring in bigger numbers because the birds that usually eat them were too busy getting cicadas. Periodical cicadas are lazy, fat, and slow, and they pee a lot. They're extraordinary, easily to capture for us and for the predators. Hello, Mr. Penis Pump. How are you? Zombie cicadas. Oh, God. I think I need more coffee. That's what I need. There's a sexually transmitted disease, a fungus that turns cicadas into zombies and causes their primates to fall off. They can feed it to the athletes that think they're the wrong gender. Eat the bugs. It will help your situation. Oh God. Oh yes, I know. Oh, the real problem is that even stranger than science fiction, this is a sexually transmitted zombie disease. Coolius. Yep, I am muted. Sorry about that. Thank you. Okay, I've got some coffee. Let's see if we can make it. We can make it through here. Okay. Okay. I can't hear you. All right. All right. The fungus is also the type of evolutionary effects on birds that would eat them. Eat me. This white fungus takes over the male. Their gonads are torn from their body. Gonads are torn from their body, and chalky spores are spread around to nearby other cicadas. The insects are sterilized, not killed. This way, the fungus uses the cicadas to spread to others. Imagine having your nads ripped off and then feeding your neighbor. Yeah, have my nads. Put your balls in my mouth. They're completely at the mercy of the fungus. They're walking dead. God. Oh my God. That's it. God. What a disappointing ending. I was hoping for a happy ending, like the mad Pakistani. The mad Indian. Like Babalama. Oh man, Babalama is gonna get a happier ending than I got. Great, way to ruin a story. Yeah, they lose their balls, and their neighbors eat them. It turns into powdery dust, and birds get like hallucinations after eating them. Hey man, what'd you have today? Man, I had like the cicada, dude, and like, wow, man, the colors are so cool. They're just like they're just like it's like, man, bro, I can't quite figure out what's going on. It's like something.
Now I gotta call somebody to come get me because my car.
That guy. That's who he turns into. I'm not an astronaut. Oh God. Okay. We'll try to get serious. We'll try to get serious here just for a second. Whew. Whew, yes. Hey, Stacy. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, just checking in to see if they got gonads. That's some job description. Well, you know, he is watching them pee. He's been around the world checking the pee streams. Shizzy, that ain't happening. Oh, brings a whole new meaning to pissing in your Cheerios. If a cicada pees in the woods, does anybody feel it? Cicada rain, cicada rain. Oh my gosh. That is always good for a good laugh. My gosh. Crickets. Here we go. So, in case you guys hadn't heard, the Taiwan had its strongest earthquake in nearly 25 years. Damaged buildings and leaving 9. Wow, that's pretty impressive. That it wasn't more. Wow. And this building just sunk in, collapsed it in Taiwan's strongest earthquake in a quarter century rocked the island during the morning rush hour of Wednesday, damaging buildings and highways and leaving 9 people no longer breathing. In the capital, tiles fell from older buildings as earthquake shook the city, and schools evacuated their students into sports fields, equipping them with yellow safety helmets. Sorry. Protect them from the cicada pee. Oh, customer service told me they successfully fixed the problem, which is an odd thing to say, especially when it's still effed. Nice. Oh my God. I can see the discussion around the cicada water cooler. What's the buzz? We have our flow rate test today. Oh no, I didn't prepare. Me either. I guess we'll have to wing it. Damn it. Customer service told me to fix the problem. It's an odd thing to say, especially when it's still up. God. Oh, thank you, Brandon. Good to see you, brother. Nature will take your breath away. Take my breath away. Oh, tiles fell from older buildings, earthquake, equipping them with yellow safety helmets. I could just imagine those safety helmets. They probably look like a bunch of bobbly wobblies. Some children covered themselves with textbooks. No, you guys need to get your phrasing right. I'm just imagining some kid out in a field to read textbooks. Here, cover me with textbooks. He's got textbooks all over him. Oh my God. Protect me. Sorry. That's so bad. Here, I will protect you. Here, have a textbook. I will protect you. To guard themselves against falling objects as aftershocks continued. Afterward, a 5-story building in Helene County near the offshore epicenter was leaning at a 45-degree angle with its first floor collapsed. Oh my God, that's so bad. Taiwan's National Fire Agency, 9 people had died in the quake, which struck just before 8 o'clock local time. Reported 3 hikers died in rock slides in a national park, and a van driver died in the same area after boulders hit the vehicle. Wow. So here's 7.4 magnitude. Dang, that's a tight one right there. That'd be felt all over the island. The agency authorities have lost contact with 50 people in minibuses after the quake down powered phone networks. More than 70 other people are trapped, but believed to be alive, including some in a coal mine. Oh, another 882 have been injured. Well, it's probably from hitting themselves with textbooks. Taiwan's earthquake monitoring agency said the quake was 7.2 magnitude, while the The U.S. Geological Survey put it 7.4. It struck about 18 kilometers, 11.1 miles southwest of Hulane, and was 35 kilometers, 21 miles deep. Multiple aftershocks followed, and one of the subsequent quakes was a 6.5 magnitude and 7 miles deep. Shallower quakes tend to cause more surface damage. The earthquake triggered a tsunami warning that was later lifted. Man, rough. Prayers out to these people. They said they expected a relatively mild quake of magnitude 4 and accordingly did not send out alerts. Still, the earthquake was strong enough to scare people who are used to such shaking. Earthquakes are common occurrence, and I've grown accustomed to them, but today was the first time I was scared to tears by an earthquake. I was awakened by the earthquake. I never felt such an intense shaking before. Sorry. Sorry. Television images showed neighbors and rescue workers lifting residents, including a toddler, through windows and onto the street. Okay. All appeared to be mobile, but shocked, but without serious injuries. Doors had been fused shut by the pressure of the tilt. The National Legislature converted school built before World War II in sections of the main airport in Tuyang, just south of Tapai, also saw minor damage. Traffic along the East Coast was a virtual standstill after the quake, with landslides and falling debris hitting tunnels and highways in the mountainous region. Train service was suspended across the island of 23 million people, as was subway service in the capital. Tapai, which is newly constructed above ground land, partially separated. The Japanese Meteorological Agency said the tsunami wave of about a foot was detected on the coast of Yongling Island, Yongoni, something like that. About 15 minutes after the quake struck, smaller waves were measured in other islands. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. The earthquake was felt in Shanghai and several provinces along. Dang. I mean, that's just insane. And about 160 kilometers apart, China issued no tsunami warnings for the Chinese mainland. All such alerts in the region had been lifted by Wednesday. The initial panic after the quake quickly faded on the island, which is regularly rocked by tremors. Tremblers, maybe they misspelled it. Tremors, and prepares them with drills at schools and notices issues via public media and mobile phone. By noon, the metro station in the busy northern Tapai suburban Beitou was again buzzing with people commuting to jobs. Just another day in the life of being in Taiwan. Oh man. Taiwan lies along the Pacific Ring of Fire line of seismic faults encircling the Pacific Ocean. I said specific, where most of the world's earthquakes occur. The economic fallout from the quake is yet to be calculated, but Taiwan is the leading manufacturer of the world's most sophisticated computer chips and other high technology items that are highly sensitive to seismic events. Parts of the electricity grid were also shut down, possibly leading to disruptions in the supply chain and financial losses. Oh, you know what this means? You know what this means? Think about what your AI stocks are doing right now. Think about what your chip manufacturer stocks are doing. Anything in Taiwan, oh my God, it's going to disrupt supply chains. We're going to lose money. Sell, 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 sell. So that way, you know, those people passing laws, they can buy it up really cheap. Mm-hmm. Taiwan chip maker TSMC, which supplies semiconductors to companies such as Apple, said it had evacuated employees for some of its factories in Hishinku, something like that, southwest of Taipei. Authority said water and electricity supplies for all factories in the science park were functioning as normal. Taiwan Stock Exchange opened as usual Wednesday with the index wavering between losses and gains. Well, isn't that what it always does? It's usually, you know, let's see, stock market. You got losses and gains, and it's wavering between the two constantly. Weird. Just one of those weird things that they like to talk about. Oh boy. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh. Should we talk about this? Let's see, it's 8:15. I don't know if we should talk about that. We spent too much time talking about cicada peas. God. Oh, let's see. Nope. Don't want to talk about that because that doesn't mean a whole lot. Oh, let's see what they're talking about. Raleigh, North Carolina. North Carolina Elections Board finalizes results from primary marked by new voter ID rules. Huh. Look, it says, notice, photo ID required to prove you are who you say you are. Isn't that weird how that works? I mean, they usually require a photo ID if you go into a bar or drive a car, buy alcohol, buy cigarettes. North Carolina's primary election resulted from earlier this month has been made official, with a handful of key incumbents losing and a few U.S. House and statewide nominee races now headed to runoffs. The State Board of Elections voted unanimously on Tuesday to certify counts for scores of ballot items from March 5, including contested party races for president and other state council members, congressional delegation, many seats, board, blah, 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 blah. The primaries marked the first statewide election under the rules stemming from an 18 law requiring photo identification to vote and a 2023 law that moved up the deadline by which traditional absentee ballots must be turned in to count. So the General Assembly enacted both the laws. They were counted. The board formalized the runoffs on May 14th. Republican primary for lieutenant governor, blah, 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 30% of the vote. Other nationwide statements. Okay. Oh, they filed an election protest that was dismissed unanimously by the Cabarrus board on Monday, whose protest doesn't allege voting irregularity, said he will appeal to the state board. While legal rulings met voter ID under the 2018 law began with last fall's municipal elections, the primary was its first statewide implementation. Under this voter ID law, somehow who can't show a qualifying ID casts a provisional ballot. That person must either fill out an ID exception form or return to their county board office with their ID before the county canvass for their ballot to count. Wow, that sounds reasonable to me. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds reasonable to me that, you know, you are who you say you are, or else your vote isn't going to count. Sometimes there are more buyers than sellers, and sometimes there's more. Oh my gosh, damn it. This is so genius. I need to get in on this. I really need to get in on this. Let's go. Oh, God, I love it. You see, Georgia election board meeting, only 3 out of 5 agreed to certify because they just didn't signature check 150,000 absentee ballots. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Boom. Word protection. The state board said Tuesday that these voters cast provisional ballots for reasons related to the ID requirement, from which 708 were fully or partially counted. Of 477 that were counted, 87% were set aside because voters who didn't fill out the exception form failed to return to their county board with their ID. I mean, think about this, how that could work. Okay. Now, say I claim to be from one county or one state or any multiple places, and I show up without an ID. I could go anywhere, anywhere, and cast a vote. Be from anywhere and cast a vote, as long as I had some sort of like bill or something like that. So, this is my address and my name is John Smith. So you show up, you cast your vote, and say you're not really John Smith, but you cast your vote in this county, and then you go to the next county and you cast your vote as somebody else. You go to the next county and you cast your vote as somebody else, and you do this all over like multiple areas. I mean, how long does it take to drive from one location to the other? Get in line, vote. Smaller location, might not have a big waiting list, and you do that in multiple places. And you hit maybe, hell, in Georgia, you could probably hit at least 60 to 70 places, different counties, if you've got all the information there. But without voter ID, every single one of those votes is going to count. But if you have voter ID, well, only one will count, just like it should. Just a thought. Not saying that you should be doing this, but someone was redoing their kitchen. We put all the cabinets on fire. 30-foot flames. The police were searching high and low for drugs when they showed up. Some people were just like the biggest fire. Fire is the biggest. Bigger and bigger. Oh my God. Rage is like a blowtorch on covering pyro. Trying to keep it to the fire pit these days. Yeah. Voting analyst for Democracy North Carolina voter advocacy group opposed the new voter ID law. Well, go figure. I would imagine that this group is Democrat funded. They oppose an ID law. Said this week they're waiting for a fuller primary data to review. Based on evidence in the municipal elections, Democracy North Carolina remains concerned that local election workers may have been inconsistent in offering voters exception forms that they are qualified for or to fill out. Oh, they're saying that certain people don't know how to read and write. That's what they're saying. They're saying you people are idiots. You Southerners, you don't know how this works. You're not smart enough to figure this out on your own. The group's policy and program, the results said, would be more voters facing travel, work, and childcare obstacles returned to the county board offices. Okay. Let me ask this question, because this makes no sense to me. Maybe it makes sense to you guys, but this right here makes absolutely no sense to me. Okay. So if they have a child that happens to be at school, how does the child get to school? If the parent picks them up, that means that they're driving. If they're driving, they are required to have an ID. So what are they doing? Are they driving around without an ID? I'm concerned about what these people are saying with this little Democracy North Carolina. They're saying they're saying that some people are too stupid to actually fill out their forms, which sounds like an education problem to me. Number two, it sounds like these people are driving around without licenses. That's what it sounds like to me. Just saying. So they're breaking the law. Breaking the law. State board also said that 1,170 absentee ballots weren't counted because they reached election officials after primary day polls closed at 7:30 p.m. A 2023 law eliminated the previous 3-day grace period for ballots that are postmarked by the day of the election. Well, and here's the thing. Absentee ballots, you get those way ahead of time, and you mail those in as soon as you get them. Jesus. You're still thinking about cicadas. Stop. Damn it, the answer obvious is more government money and more mail-in ballots. Sounds legit. Hey. In the March 2020 primary, under the old rules, 800 ballots missed the deadline and weren't counted. There you go. Rules are rules. Rules. Here. And this is what I was explaining earlier. About the whole Trans Am thing. You lay down the guidelines. You have your rules set. This is the rule from A to B. You're going to do X, Y, or Z. You're not going to cross this line. That's what they did. They set down the rules, and they effed around and found out. That's what happened. So don't F around. You won't have to find out. Mail it in on time. Show up with your ID. Don't drive without a license. If you can't get an ID, you can get a state ID that doesn't require you to be driving, just to prove who you say you are. And if you're saying someone's too ignorant to be able to do that, well, then why don't you do this, Democracy North Carolina? Why don't you help these people get a damn ID? Instead of worrying about, they can't read and write. Well, here's spend that thousands of millions of dollars that you're getting from funding. Take your sorry ass into these, people's homes that don't know left from right and can't figure out, how to fill out a ballot and don't know how to read or write and are too ignorant, according to you, to do anything to better themselves. Why don't you go help them out and get them an ID? Sounds like a wonderful idea. Teach them how to get a government ID. Novel idea. Sounds like somebody's yelling at me. I wonder what happened. My door might be here. We'll see. But I'm going to have to end my stream here in a little bit. Let me finish this right here. Republican legislatures have said the deadline change would promote confidence in election results. Common Cause North Carolina urged the legislature on Tuesday to reinstate the grace period, saying it ensures voters who rely on the mail to vote won't be disenfranchised by postal delays beyond their control. My door will be here in like 20 minutes. It's going to be awesome. Be the solution, not the problem. Agree with you. Exactly. That's all it takes. Just, instead of being, having these groups that get together and yell and freak out over, oh, well, this is so horrible and you're disenfranchising people. Well, go franchise them. Go help them out. Instead of going around and canvassing, knocking on doors, why don't you show up and say, hey, we saw that you didn't vote. And how about we help? Why was it? Oh, you didn't have an ID. Oh, your vote wasn't counted. Why don't you look at the ones that weren't counted and say, why were these people helped? Maybe we see if we can't get them an ID. Novel idea. Probably get these people vote on your side too. You just helped out that poor man that was too stupid to fill out his paperwork. See, and it'll make you feel smarter. SMRTER, smarter. Preliminary results show that 99.9% of voters cast a ballot in accordance with state law. Isn't that amazing? There's been no indication of voting was more difficult this year than any other year in the past. Well, we will monitor updates as they come along, but the early figures point towards North Carolina's election integrity laws working as intended, making it easy to vote and hard to cheat. Wow. But Marino said the curriculum, the culmination of scattering of failed opportunities by otherwise qualified voters to cast ballots can affect the outcomes of close elections. She said that a number may make a difference in an election is very clearly a barrier that's being created that wasn't there before while discussing the voter ID. Oh, woe is me. Statewide voter primary turnout was 24.1% of registered voters, which is lower than March 2020 of 31.2%. Well, maybe because they didn't really give two shits about it. Oh, the cicadas already showing up. Well, here's the good part about it. JD, don't worry, because they couldn't even read the story. so they won't know anything about it. They'll just listen to MSNBC and they'll tell them exactly what they need to do. They already bust them in from church. You want to sign them up to vote too? No, I didn't say sign them up to vote. No. You get them voter IDs, because apparently there was several thousands, or tens of thousands, that showed up that were not able to get their votes cast in because they never showed back up to provide ID. And I explained an easy way to make this happen was, instead of bitching about it, go help these people get their ID. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thought. Just me personally. But with that, I do have a door showing up, which means that I have to put some pants on before they show up, because they never are happy about it. And just remember this: whenever you're eating cicadas after they have lost their gonads, just don't be this guy.
Now I gotta call somebody to come get me because my car turned into a spaceship and I don't know how to fly it. I'm not an astronaut.